Hi and welcome to the first chapter of the Choco 4 Interior Visualization course. My name is Lech and I'm gonna be your teacher for the next 13 hours where we are gonna learn how to create photorealistic images using a 3D application called Blender. Blender is completely free, multi-platform 3D application that I've been personally using for over 10 years, working on multiple architectural and design-oriented projects. As a 3D application, Blender includes everything you need to create photorealistic professional interior renderings, from 3D modeling tools to its built-in rendering engine to even the post-production module that allows you to fine-tune the final pictures. And that's why I think in our day and age, Blender is a great solution for people who want to bring this extra third dimension to their creative work. This course is dedicated to two groups of people. The first group are people who have very little to no experience in 3D applications such as Blender, and the second group, people who are already Blender users or would like to switch from another 3D application. If you belong to the first group, just below this video is a link to a video course I have created with you specifically in mind. It's completely free Blender 2.8 Absolute Beginners course where I'm explaining all of the essential things you have to understand before you continue with the main interior visualization course. If you belong to the second group and you are a little bit more experienced Blender user, in the rest of this chapter you will find videos about Blender 2.8, which, as you probably know, was a big revolution to this software, and I'm giving you more information on all of the new features you will find in it. The entire course consists of 12 chapters and over 80 videos, but the way I wanted to structure it was mixing the videos with text and image material. The decision behind that is my belief that you need a certain medium to pass the certain type of knowledge. So for example, if you're 3D modeling something, the best way for me to explain that process is using a video. But there are certain topics such as rendering or post-production where I think the images and written explanation are the best way to pass the knowledge. So in some areas, this course includes a lot of text, but I strongly recommend reading it because this is where I'm sharing some of my in-depth tips and tricks, which I'm not always able to pass on in the videos. And I also think that makes my course a little bit more unique in comparison to the other resources you find online. My goal was to make this course more like an open resource or as a book which you can always revisit and learn from over time. So as I mentioned, the course consists of 12 chapters, and between chapter 2 and 5 we are going to create the entire 3D model of our interior scene, starting with CAD technical drawings and finishing on the details such as kitchen appliances. We will then move to illumination and material setup in chapters 6 and 7, and then in chapter 8 and 9 we will create a final rendering and do the post-production both in Blender and in external 2D editing software such as Photoshop. In the last 3 chapters I'm sharing some extra knowledge which you will find useful when creating your own professional interior visualizations. So in chapter 10, I'm gonna teach you the basics of 3D animation for interior scenes. Then in chapter 11, we are gonna learn a little bit more on the real-time visualization, which is possible in Blender thanks to the Eevee rendering engine. And in chapter 12, I'm gonna share a few more advanced tips and tricks that I've gathered throughout the 10 years of me working professionally in Blender. Throughout those 12 chapters, I've tried sharing as much of my personal professional experience in Blender as it was possible without making the course too heavy to digest. And now, before I end this video, I just want to say I'm really proud of you for making this first step in learning this amazing skill that I'm pretty sure you will find useful in your day-to-day creative career. It's gonna be my greatest pleasure to help and guide you through the next couple of hours of videos and a few blocks of text included in this course. So without a further ado, let's now jump into it.